if you're anything like me, you love Rock Lee. He's about as based as it gets. So let's talk about how you can be the Rock Lee of your commander playgroup. In Naruto, everyone dreams of mastering powerful techniques and flashy abilities that make them stand out. To them, these skills aren't just useful, they're required. But the basics, like hand to hand combat, that's simple, boring, and undesirable. In Commander, we tend to chase power and flash in the same way, looking to the most expensive, hyped up cards, thinking they're required in order to win and have fun. But that actually isn't the case at all. Enter Rock Lee, someone with no ninja or illusion skills and no secret bloodline powers. Just the basics, grit, and laser sharp focus produced one of the coolest and most powerful characters in the Hidden Leaf Village. There's a lesson in that for us. If Rock played Commander, he'd no doubt be a budget master, beating us down with the basics. No flash, no pay to win, just some bargain bin cardboard, rock solid fundamentals, and his razor sharp focus. And just like Rock Lee proved that his relentless focus on taijutsu isn't just viable, it's actually cracked. Going budget isn't just playable, it can produce superior results to our bloated, expensive decks. And when all is said and done, the skills you pick up in mastery of the budget arts stick around, enabling your own training weights moment when you pick up some more flashy cardboard again. So what can we learn from Bushy Brows? Let's start with creativity. Constraints force creativity to happen. So when you're severely limited by any factor, in this case, budget, you're forced to learn to be creative. Either by playing a known commander in a different way, or by selecting lesser used cards that synergize particularly well in your deck. This approach will lead to innovative and interesting decks that catch opponents by surprise, like I do with my Spellslinger, Sauron, or Aragorn decks. In much the same way the other ninjas were shocked by the power of Rock's taijutsu, your playgroup will be shocked by your clinical budget brews. The other young ninja all looked down on Rock because of his limitations, but he excelled through focus and specialization, and so can we. But why was Rock's taijutsu so powerful? Because of relentless, narrow focus. After all, as Rock's Uncle Bruce said, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Speaking of 10,000, if that's how many people watch this video, more than 8,500 of you aren't subscribed, and that makes Rock sad. Where others were spreading their attention, Rock was hyper-focused on doing one thing really, really well. To make a budget deck good, you have to do the same thing. There's no room in your budget or available card pool to facilitate your deck doing multiple things. Razor-sharp focus and application of good deck-building fundamentals are the recipe for success. Focus alone, however, isn't enough, and much like how Rock would tirelessly train his speed, power, attacks, and defenses, we need to train our fundamentals like mana base, ramp, removal, and win conditions as well. When combined, this focus on doing one thing well is as strong a power multiplier for our expensive decks. We've just been too distracted by all the shinies to notice. It's also not just your deck that will get more powerful with focus. As you hone your deck synergy, this will carry over into how you think about piloting your deck. Because all this focus on understanding what you're trying to do will allow you to do it better when the time comes. As an added bonus, people love an underdog, and much the same way that the other ninjas got behind and cheered for Lee, your pod will generally enjoy seeing an affordable deck perform well. It can lead to positive, memorable games, and might encourage others in your group to experiment with budget-friendly builds too. By embracing these lessons, both from a ninja standpoint and a commander perspective, you discover that growth and victory often come from focus, dedication, and creative problem solving, not just raw resources. With all this in mind, I'm going to share a select few of my favorite budget commanders, some of which I've made videos on, that follow Rock's focused philosophy and punch well above their weight. Like Melik Reforged Researcher, who focuses on cheating out big spells and playing something every turn before he smashes faces as a Voltron commander. Galazeth Prismari turns everything into rocks and uses that mana to cast and copy huge spells, usually burninating the table. Sergeant John Benton does two things: smash face and draw cards. He creates a fun game of chicken where your opponents get to try to find more answers than you have protection. Anim Pakal goes wide, very wide, creating a huge army and overwhelming the table with too many feral gnomes. Kadira is very similar, just swapping out feral gnomes for equally feral bunnies. Sauron, the Dark Lord, passively creates a huge orc army that you can hide behind as you cycle through your deck and fill the graveyard with powerful spells that you recur later to win. There are tons of other fantastic budget commanders, but I'll leave you to explore them. To summarize, budget deck building parallels Rock Lee's Taijutsu journey by showing that constraints, when harnessed creatively, can lead to a refined, powerful approach. Both teach the value of resourcefulness, practicing fundamentals, and developing a unique, singular identity. Rock proves you don't need flashy, expensive powers to stand out, just as a carefully tuned budget deck can hold its own against more expensive and glamorous lists in Commander. If you've got a favorite budget take on a particular commander, or have your own thoughts about Rock Lee's hypothetical commander adventures, I'd love to hear about it in the comments or in my base deck department Discord. As always, thanks for watching.